Yo, what's good, my family? Look, so I had a subscriber ask in the comment section, can we go over, the basics of crypto, give y'all like a little starter pack. That way you'll know exactly what you're looking at, what you're supposed to be doing. All right. So we will go over that today. But before I do, I got to give you a scripture of the day. My favorite scripture, Matthew 6:33, seek ye first the kingdom of God and all his righteousness, and all these things will be added unto you. Right. So you put God first, and all the stuff that you desire that's according to his will be added to you. You got to say that part, you know what I'm saying? Because he ain't going to add everything to you that you want. But if it's according to his will and he can trust you with it, he going to give it to you. You know what I'm talking about? So now let's talk crypto. All right. So first and foremost, I just opened back up my free Telegram so I can give out plays, crypto plays, Forex plays, whatever. It's all free. You can just get in the description below. Also, make sure you click the link below, sign up to that broker, and then watch that tutorial. It'll walk you through how to set all this up so that way when I'm talking about it, you will know exactly what you're looking at. And then we can go from here. All right. So now I'm going to have to turn this around, y'all. All right. Let me turn my mic around. There we go. All right, so when we talking crypto, the main cryptos, and again, I am not a financial advisor. This is not financial advice. This is simply what I'm doing. You know what I'm saying? Please consult somebody that's, licensed if you really want to get down to the details, but this right here is just for educational purposes only. All right, so boom. Now, I'm on XRP. There's a couple different cryptos that I will be trading. XRP is one of them, XLM, of course, still Bitcoin, Ethereum, Cardano, HBAR, Jasmy, whatever. And then, a couple others, but those are like some of the main ones. Now, when it comes to crypto, it's high volatility, meaning it moves a lot, y'all. So you got to keep in mind that account sizes and all that matters. My recommendation is if you can have at least, I say anywhere between 200 to 500, 1,000. Usually the more the better, but because of the volatility, if not, you just got to place very small lot sizes. All right. So when it comes to XRP, I trade all my main cryptos over here. When I'm trying to make big money, I'm trading my cryptos on the Forex side. I still hold money on Coinbase as well, y'all. Just so you know, I still hold money over there. But you don't make as much money holding it over there as you would trading and holding it over here on the Forex side, right? And I'll explain all that here in a little bit. All right, so now that you know the cryptos that I will be, pretty much holding for a while, August potentially is supposed to be a great crypto month. We'll see about that. So we'll see how all this plays out. But just to kind of give you some price projections I already gave to the group, so you will see that when you get in this Telegram. First price projection I've been noticing every day, and it just did it again today. XRP usually has been going up to like 216, 215, 217, and it's been dropping right back down to like 308, which it just did. 308 is a buy target, so if you see 308, that's a good buy zone. 304. 299, 296. That's usually the turnaround parts. And it goes right back up to around, 296. Okay. Yeah, it goes right back up to like 315, 317, sometimes 321, and it'll drop right back down. That's what it's been doing so far, right? That's been the pattern for the past 3 or 4 days. It's been doing the exact same thing. So anytime we get a pullback, when it comes to crypto, your entries is so important, right? So we wait on pullbacks. Pullbacks is just when the market, let's say the market's going up and then it drops down. That's the pullback. You always want to buy low, right? As low as you can get it. If you see it go from 315 down to 280, you should get excited because you're buying it at a even better price, right? If you see it go from $3 down to $1 something, that's even better. You know what I'm saying? That's how I caught one of my entries, all right? So the lower the better. But again, lot sizes. All right, so I'm gonna explain lot sizes real quick before we go over anything else. Your lot sizes is very, very, very important with crypto. All right, really with anything, but crypto especially because of the volatility. So let me break this down real quick before we move on. A 0.01 lot size, right? That's how much you're willing to risk, right? A penny. But it's not really a penny, it's really 10 cents, right? It's calculated as 10 cents. So if you do a 0.01, when the market moves and it starts moving, it's going to move in 10-cent increments, okay? So if you do 2 cent, that's 20-cent increments, all right? So if I do 10 cent, it's gonna move by $1. You know, when it's moving, it's gonna be moving by $1 each time, right? If I do 50 cent, it's gonna move by $5, right? If I do $1, it's gonna move by $10, right? And so on and so forth. If I do $5, that's gonna be moving by $50 increments. $10, $100 increments, right? So just keep that in mind when you're doing this. Now, sometimes if your account is too small, they will not let you place these. My recommendation is always opening up a demo account, seeing what lot size you can place on what size account, seeing like how much margin you got. So right here, if I click here, we have what we call free margin, right? You see my free margin is 16K, of course, because my account is up now. So I got, that just leaves me room to place more trades. So for instance, let's say you got in a trade at, 5 cent, right? And then the market went against you and you were in drawdown, okay? Meaning you were losing, right? At that point, let's say the market continues to go down, you have enough free margin to be able to buy again, right? If your lot size is not too big, you can buy again at a lower price, right? But if your lot size is too big right here, so let's say you do a 0.10, let's say you have, I'll give you an example. Let's say you have $300 in your account, right? Let's say 300, 300, right? And then you place a 10-cent lot size, and let's just say hypothetically, your free margin goes to $87. That means that lot size is way too big for your account. And if it pushes any lower, you probably lose your whole account. So as long as you still have a lot of free margin left when you place your lot size, that's how you know you're in a good spot. And then if it does dip below and you start losing a little bit, you can place another and get a better entry, right? So just keep that in mind when you're placing your trade. So I always tell people to do that in the demo first, just to get familiar and, on what's a good lot size for their account. So as you can see on mine, let me go to H4 right quick. So you'll be able to see my lot size right here. So if you look way down here, I did an 85-cent lot size. That's $8.50. I got in here, the market shot way up to here where it's at now, and that's how majority of my account is. I got about $9 grand here and about $600 on these other smaller ones or something like that, right? And as the market continues to go up, this is the high, we're pretty low. So XRP still has potential to get back up here again and even further, right? So that's good. All right, so when I placed this one, I didn't have much drawdown. The market only dipped a little bit, and then it shot straight up from there, and I had nothing to worry about. And what I did was I had a tight stop loss, right? So when I placed my stop loss, I always place it at the previous zone. So let's say the previous zone or below it. So let's say my stop loss was here. Market dipped down, got close to the stop loss, didn't hit it, and it shot straight up from there. So then I moved my stop loss into profit. And now, if you look right here, you will see I got a guaranteed $7,000 because I moved my stop loss into profit. If the market comes down to 280, it'll close me out and I'll make an automatic $7 grand. You know what I'm saying? But if it continues to shoot up, I'm just going to keep moving that stop loss up and make more and secure more profits, right? And then as the market continues to pull back, I've been getting in on smaller lot sizes like 25 cent here, 20 cent here, and just letting those go. If it dips around 304 and like $3, I usually go in at like $2.72. I would let it go back to about $3.16, 17 cents, which puts me up about another $3 grand, and I usually close those out, take those profits, and then continue to do the same thing. So that's something you guys can do. All right. Again, this play is beautiful. As long as you have risk management, you understand your risk, you put your stop losses in place. The place you put your stop losses is always at the previous zone. All right. So if, let's say I get in a trade, let's say right here, let's say I get in a buy right here, right, saying the market's going to go up. I put my stop loss at the previous zone, meaning below this, an area that rejected. So let's say the market came down here and rejected and went up. Since it rejected there, that's my stopping point, right? So that's where I put my stop loss. So let's say my stop loss was here. The market didn't hit my stop loss and it kept going up. When I'm in profit good enough, I'll start moving my stop loss into profit to secure the profit. All right. So that's how you do your stop losses. Now take profits. My take profit, I'm not setting that because I know the market gonna take off eventually. So I'm just letting that do what it do, right? And I just keep letting the market run. Projections on XRP by the end of the year, some people say $5, some people say $100, some people say $1,000. I don't know what it's gonna go to. I just know it's gonna go up. You know what I'm saying? I don't know, but I'm about to be a part of it. I missed the Bitcoin wave, and I'm sure you did too. And we not gonna miss this wave. You feel me? We ain't missing this one, bro. We got to get to it. You know what I'm saying? I'm tired of missing these waves. I don't know about y'all, but I am tired of missing it. I knew about Bitcoin, and I just did not. I've even been looking at old videos on this YouTube channel when it was at 35K and at 60K, and I'm like, I should hold, but I didn't. I took my little money, and then I see it now it's at 120K, and I'm like, dang, I should have just held. So hold, don't fold. That's the motto. All right, hold, don't fold, y'all. We can do this. All right. So the next one. Let's go to XLM, just so I can give you some price points for XLM. If I still got them on here, probably don't. All right, I actually put them in my group, so I can even show y'all where I put them at over here. Oh no, it's in this video, so I ain't gonna do that. It's in that video, so I'll just go over it right quick. Boom. All right, so if you want to trade XLM again. You do not have to trade all these at once. You can now with the Forex accounts, you can make multiple accounts. I think up to 3 or 4. So you can have multiple different accounts for different ones. That's what I do. I only trade XRP on one account, XLM on another account, and then another Forex or whatever on a different account, all under the same name. You know, that's that way you be in the game. So 40 was definitely one of the price points on XLM. So anytime the market gets down here to 40. Right now it's at 40, right? As you can see, it bounced pretty much off of this one. So 40, whatever this is right here, which let me get my horizontal line so I can tell y'all, so y'all can remember these prices. And if you want to know the easier way to do this, again, if you have Coinbase already, the Coinbase app or the crypto app, you can set alerts for prices. So it'll say if price, matter of fact, I could probably show you on my phone right quick. Let me see if I could just show you. Let's say I go to XRP and I can hit that bell. So we do have a bell. Hold on, let me see if y'all can see it. It is a bell. I'm trying to cover this up. But you should be able to see like a bell. All right, let me show you. It's like right up there. So if I click that bell, all right, it'll give me this right here. So these are all my price targets. So if I zoom that in, you should be able to see it, right? If I take a price, let's say I take a price alert away, I'm gonna show you at the bottom, it says I can add an alert. So right when I add an alert, it'll tell me, you know, if price moves above or below, right? Above or below. So I could put in whatever price number, all right? So if price moves above, let's say I'm on XRP and price moves above 315, it'll alert me. Or if a price moves down to 304, it's gonna alert me. That way I can come over here to my chart and get a good entry. So I recommend doing that. So that way you will know exactly where you know where all your price targets is. And you can set up to like 9 or 10 of them, I think. All right, so right here. So 40 so far is what I've been noticing. The market always comes down to 40 on XLM. 40 is one of the buy areas. If I clone this, and then we go down here to, yeah, so between, again, 40,581, 42,58, and then all the way down here to the bottom of this, which is 39.2. So if it comes down to 39 cent, up to 40 area, that's good buy areas. Again, XLM is still has a lot of potential. Look at where it's at right now. Hold on. Can I move this up? Yeah, look at where it's been up here and look at where it's at now. So we still have room to get all the way back up here as well. So that's why I'm on, you know, XLM as well. And it's still, that's only like 40 cents. Projections on this one, I mean, they saying it can go to $5, $10 as well in the near future. So it's only at 40 cents right now. So great time to get in these as well. Again, not financial advice. Trade at your own risk. All right. So that's that one. Let's go with, what else we got? I'm going to go with, let's go with H-bar. Now, this is a perpetual. Perpetuals are a little different. You can make way more money on them. If you ever see that perpetual sign, let me show you on any of these. See how I say perp? Man, these is beastie. You can make a lot of bread. You can lose a lot of bread, though. So your lot sizes got to be small because they won't even let you place crazy lot sizes unless you have a huge account, right? So you're probably going to end up being able to place a penny, 2 pennies, 3 pennies. You got to test out in the demo, see what, but you will make way more on these because they got XRP and XRP perpetual. If I would have known before I got into XRP that I could have gotten a perpetual and made way more, because you see where my account is right now, and that's on the regular XRP. If I would have did a perpetual, it would have, this number probably would have said 26,000 with the same entry. You know what I'm saying? Because it's crazy. All right. So just keep that in your mind. All right. So H-bar. Another great one to get in. Price targets for this one. Let me go horizontal. All right, I would say about right in here at what, 25 cents right there. Actually, as well as where it turned around just now. So let me go here. Boom. So yeah, 25, that's still 25. 25.9 on that one. 25.7 on the other one. Down here to 25.2. And then at the very bottom, I would say somewhere in here about 24. So any of these price targets, you're good. You know what I mean? For good buys. Now, again, if you can see, it's probably been higher than this, but as you can see where it's at right now and where it's been. All right. Anytime crypto is on sale, I mean, it's low. That means it's time to get in, right? And let me show you a perfect example. Let's go over here to Ethereum so I can show y'all the perfect example. Now, again, Bitcoin and Ethereum still the top dogs. XRP is like right there, right behind it. You know what I'm saying? They saying XRP might be bigger or utilize more than Bitcoin in the future. I don't know how true that is, but if it is, that's lit. So let me go to ETH. All right, this one. Now, this might make you mad when you see this because you didn't know. And had you known, but it ain't too late. You know what I'm saying? Had you known. But let's go over here to H1. I want y'all to pay attention to something. Let me get you about right. Hold on. Where we at? Okay, about right here. This is good. This is good. All right. Pay attention to this date of this year. Right? June 22nd this year, 2025. Ethereum was at a very low point. So if I actually go get this horizontal tool, let me show you something and why trading is so fire. It was on sale, right? I think it actually got lower than this. It actually got down to $1,000 something, I think, 1,800 or something like that. And the highest it's been, it's 4,800, like 48, 4,700, right? And it was down in June to 2,000. It was on sale. So the smart people who did get in, I forgot all about this pair, Ethereum, wasn't even thinking about it until I realized that it's way lower. It was way lower than its all-time high. If I would have realized that, I would have got in here on like 5 cents and I would have held this thing all the way to, because remember, this is a perpetual too. So you'd have made way more money on smaller amounts. But if you'd have been holding from here all the way to where it's at now, $3,793, you would have made a bag, all right? You would have made a bag, a lot of bread, right? And then you could have been trailing that stop loss this whole time and been securing profit all the way up. But let me go here to H4. Let's go to H4 so you can see something right quick. All right. So H4, I'm trying to see, I might have to go even higher than that. Let's go to the daily. Let me see if they're going to actually show it or the chart going to trip out. There we go. All right. So you can see right here the highs where it's been around 4,000. So we still got a lot of room because they got to get back. Eventually, they got to get back to the all-time high, right? And then they got to try to surpass the all-time high. So the all-time high was like 4,000. I think it might have been higher than that if I go back even further. Yeah, it was higher than that. Whoops. Because see, all-time high is up here. So let me move this up. Boom. All right, so for about 47, 4,800 is the all-time high, right? And look where we at here. We can't even see that line I put up there. So you still got a lot of room to actually get back to the all-time high and then still go higher than that, you know, potentially, right? All this potential. But I do believe it's going to do it. I ain't going to lie to you. So, yeah. So all these is great plays to get on. Now, price points on this one. Let's see. Right here, 3,500, 3,519. All I'm looking, if you know how to trade, you already know what I'm looking at. I'm looking at zones and just areas of rejection. So 320, 3,500, 3,200 area, great bounce zones, really anywhere in here. Let me go up a little bit. Let me clone that and go up. This area, 3,300. So we ever get any type of dips down in here, you're good. Even right in here would be pretty decent, right, for a long-term hold. Now, just as long as your lot size is good, you should be all right. Not really a fan of that one, but so I would say potentially like 36, but 35, 33, 3,200, any of those, you get them alerts that it got back down that low, great time to buy. All right, potentially on those. All right, now let me show you something right quick before we get up out of here. I'm explaining two more things just to kind of show you what could potentially pop off, right? So right now the market on XRP is at $3.09, right? Hypothetically, let me see how it's gonna let me do this. Hypothetically, let's just say it got to $12. Let's say this is the $12 mark up here. And I don't know how long it would take, whether it's 1 year or 2 years. It should be a great retirement plan. I ain't gonna lie to you. But let's just say I'm able to hold that long. I take my take profit up there to $12. And as you can see in this green box to the left, 85 cents would have turned into 85,000. Okay? $85,000, right? That's crazy work. 85-cent lot size. And then my other lot sizes, let me delete that. My other lot sizes would turn into, this would be a $2 lot size if it actually comes down to hit my $2 lot size. If it hits that and it opens up and I hold that to $12, that'd be $177,000. Oh, no, a little more than that, because let's say 12. Boom, that'd be $180,000, right? That's only $12 from $3. I mean, Bitcoin is at 100,000. That's only $12. Imagine if it gets to $1,000 or something in the future. Crazy work. Let's do this one. This 20-cent lot size or 25-cent, whichever one it is, one would be at 22,000. So you got all them different amounts. I mean, we'll be eating pretty good. And then I got other crypto accounts that I, holding on as well. So just to show you, and just in case, because you never know, if the market continues to dip down to my buy points, I'm going to eventually buy at $2 somewhere and just hold for a long time anyway. So that's just the potential in the future. And that's only $12, right? That's still very low from where it could be. If crypto actually, when it actually, moves the dollar out the way and actually, is a reserve currency for, the United States or whatever, that number can be much higher than that. You know what I'm saying? It can go up to $600, $500. Y'all seen it happen all the time with stocks and all that. Go from $100 to $700 now. You know what I mean? So who knows what this could do? I'm just telling you. All right. The last thing I want to go over real quick is pips, points, whatever, and how to calculate it real quick, because I know a lot of people get confused on that. So if you're on a desktop and you want to use your crosshair tool to kind of figure stuff out, so you can hit Control, click a point, and then you should be able to drag this tool right there and move, right? So you see on my chart where it says pips, it says 1,900 pips, right? 1935. So if I got in right here at the bottom and the market shot up here, right? That's let's say 1774, right? 1774. So let's say your lot size was, let's just go with my lot size, 0.85. Right? Well, my bad. It'll be $8.50, right? Because you can't, when you calculating how much you will make potentially all you do is take the lot size amount, the official amount. So if it say 85 cents, you have to do the $8.50, not 85 cents. Or if it says $1, you got to do $10 instead of the dollar. You got to, calculate it like that. So 85-cent lot size is equivalent to $8.50, right? So I would take that and I just times it by the number of pips that it shows. So it said 1,774, and then that's how much money you would make. So let me go 74, boom. So that amount would have made me 15 grand, if it went up 1,700 pips, right? So whatever lot size, so let's say you got a smaller lot size, right? Let's say you did a 0.01, which is equivalent to 10 cents. Let's say you did a 10 cent, which is a penny, 0.01 is a 10 cent. And let's say you times that by the 774 pips, you would have made $177. You know what I'm saying? All right, so the lot size does matter. Now let's just say hypothetically, our account got real nice and we was able to do a $5 lot size, right? So let's do that by 50. Let's say a $5 lot size, which is 50, equivalent to 50. And we do that same, this is how, the big traders and stuff are eating like that. That's $88,000. You see what I'm saying? And then just hypothetically, let's go up to $10, which is 100, right? If you did a $10 lot size, that's equivalent to $100 per pip. You times that by the same 774, and that's $177,000 that would be made if you did a $10 lot size. So if you're wondering how people like QB Stu, how he made $1 million off XRP, he did multiple $10 trades. Not only one $10, but he did multiple $10 trades, which makes sense. Let's say he did that times 5. That's 800,000. So I think he had about 6 of them. And that's how he got up there to $1 million. You know what I'm saying? So that's kind of, how you do it, how you look at it. But hopefully this video has helped you, see some things. Remember, buy low, sell high, or again, just hold, don't fold. You know what I'm saying? If you believe in crypto, you believe it's going to do something great, get you a great entry spot and just hold that thing. Make sure your lot size is great to where it don't blow your account if you start to go and draw down. And just hold and say hi to your early retirement. You know what I'm talking about? Potentially. All right, everything potential. But yeah, click the links below. Make sure you sign up on this broker. Make sure you get deposited. Make sure you join the free group so I can give you, more tips and insight and all that. And then holler at your boy in the comments on what y'all want to see next. And I got you. Lego.